So you described quite a bit of fear. Mm-hmm. And so what are you afraid of? Just say it simply. What am I afraid? What am I afraid? What am I afraid of? Getting it wrong?
Another broken heart.
I'm afraid of feeling bad.
Yeah, I'm afraid of hurt and pain.
So you're not worried about someone coming into the night?
No.
You're not worried about the economy.
No.
You're not worried about
money. I'm not worried about.
What you're worried about is, just say it as succinctly as you can.
I am worried about not feeling all that I know I can feel.
All right. So when you feel, and it's a strong feeling within you. Mm-hmm. So when you feel that concern, that fear, what does that tell you about what the source within you knows about you? If fear is present when you're thinking in opposition to source, what must source be thinking at the same time that you're feeling fear? You know what fear is? Fear is, that's the button that goes, not the receptive mode, not the receptive mode, not the receptive mode, not the receptive mode.
I'm disconnected.
Not the receptive mode. You're not on the vibe of the source within you. The source within you is very far in a different opinion than you are right now. So if your opinion is, I might get it wrong, I'm not getting it right, I don't know what to do, what do you think source is feeling? You're steady. It's all right. It's working out. Don't you love having guidance? So don't make it more complicated than it is. When you feel fear, your thought is screwed up. It's that simple. You're not thinking a valid thought as far as your inner being goes. And you know, that matters. You can line up with all the people on the planet, because there are certainly a lot of fear mongers who will take you down the fearful trail on every subject in the world.
Sure.
There are plenty of them. But what you're trying to do, what you want to do, what you must do, what you were born to do, you got to line up with source. And when you feel fear, it means you're not lined up. It's so simple. This thought doesn't line up with source. Should I keep thinking it?
No.
Well, sometimes I can't not think it, because the momentum's pretty strong. But when you go to bed at night, that momentum's going to subside. Mm-hmm. And when you wake up tomorrow, you've got a choice about whether you pick it up and continue it on, or whether you let it go to sleep, or whether you let it dissipate a little more, you see. We think that you all are not really understanding what fear is, what guidance is, what it means. And until you do, then you're just going to keep talking about it and relating it to all kinds of different things, and you're just going to keep it active within you, when right now, doesn't it feel simple?
Mm-hmm. And you know you're on track, and you're feeling the emotions, and you're on track, and you're connected to source. When there are moments when I'm like, my whole life is very simple. My life is great. It moves along. I have plenty of money. I have the love. I have everything. It's just that I'm afraid sometimes I want to allow myself to feel enough, that I can even feel greater, that I can even, it's
so
more
right
tuned
now,
in.
Right now I've got my self pinched off from something that I want, and I'm afraid that I'm going to keep pinching myself off from something I want. I think I'll keep talking about how much I'm pinching myself off from what I want. And I think I would like to give you some examples of the fear that I feel on a pretty regular basis as I pinch myself off from what I want. And we say, just back away from the ledge.
Okay.
Just back away from the ledge. Just don't keep going there. Stop talking about what you're not getting done.
Yeah, okay.
You see,
got it.
When you really want something and you're not letting yourself flow toward it, it feels pretty uncomfortable. In other words, if you're driving along in your car and you're going 5 miles an hour and you're not watching what you're doing, and you just bump into things, it's not really a big problem at 5 miles an hour. But if you're going 100 miles an hour, ouch, and you're bumping into things, it's a bigger problem. So what you're worried about is going fast and bumping into things. And it's just because you don't have confidence in your ability to control your vibrational frequency. And the only reason anybody is worried about not being able to control their vibrational frequency is because they haven't been practicing it. Okay. You're just bumping into things and complaining about it, and bumping into things and complaining about it. When you have the ability Not once momentum is really going, because law of attraction won't let you let loose of that thought in that moment. That it's already come from a vibration into a thought, into some sort of a manifestation, and there's enough momentum going that you're probably going to live it out in some way. And that's really what you're saying to me. I'm worried that I've got momentum going that I'm not aware of, or that I'm not in control of, and it's going to turn into something that's going to feel really bad. Humans say, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Even when things are going well, I'm worried that it won't last. I'm worried that it won't last because, and it's just because you practice vibrations that pinch it off from time to time. But now you know it. All you've got to do is deliberately apply it. Esther discovered several months ago that if she would sit with a notebook and just write something that felt good when she wrote it, if she would stay focused there just for a little while, that her heart would begin to swell, that lightheartedness would ensue, that her feeling of well-being would just wash over her, and that clarity would be the manifestation that would materialize in her mind. Just from a simple exercise of sitting and focusing on something that wasn't a problem. She also discovered that if she gets up wanting to be the forthright steward of her own empire, and if she gets deep into her email and looks at all of the aspects of her world, what's happening over there, what's happening over there, what's happening over there, who said what, what's going on over there, that she could activate within herself a confusing, worrisome vibration over which she has no control, but what she could use as her reason to feel worried.
See.
You can look for stuff to worry about. You can look for stuff to laugh about. You can look for stuff to be playful about. You can look, but what happens with so many of you, we love you so much. We do. You are often, always, you are, say that out loud. You are sometimes, on a pretty regular basis, trying to justify your existence through your own struggle. You're comparing yourself with others, and in this comparative world, that's the way you sort of stack it up. And we want you to begin to express yourself in relationship with who you really are, because without your alignment to source, you don't have clarity, you don't have guidance, you don't have fun, you don't have flow, you don't have rhythm, you don't have what you know deep inside that is natural. And that's why you had a hard time even explaining it to us. As you began speaking just now, you didn't even know, you just knew something was missing. You didn't know exactly what it was, and you had no idea how to get to it. You just knew that something was out of whack. I can feel that I'm supposed to feel better, and I don't know what to do about it. And we say, now you do. Now you know what to do about it. If we were standing in your physical shoes, when we go to bed tonight, we would say, tonight I will sleep and all momentum will stop. And when I waken in the morning, I can start it wherever I want to. And then, first day or two, Esther did this. She didn't even make it till breakfast before she was off justifying her existence through struggle and sacrifice. There's a tendency to want to justify the good that's coming to you through struggle. And every time you do, you hold yourself in a vibrational pattern where you're not receptive to the clues of ease, to the path of least resistance. In fact, we're pretty sure, we know, absolutely, without question, that if a poll were given to the entire world in whatever language they speak so that they really understood the question that was being asked, and they were asked, does a good person in physicaldom follow the path of least resistance or the path of most resistance? Far and away the majority would choose the path of most resistance, because that's how you get your marks on the chart. That's how you compare yourself with others. That's how you say, I'm strong, I'm brave, I'm determined, I'm willing to do what it takes, I'm willing to pay the price, I'm willing to get the mark on the chart. And it's contradictory to who you really are. Who you really are knows that it's not your job to start from scratch on creating. that there is momentum already underway, that there was momentum that you set forth before you even came into this physical body that will carry you, and that all of the days of this physical life you've been adding to the intentions of who you are and what you want. You have enough vibrational momentum going to keep yourselves busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes right here, right now. There's no more proving to do. There's no more deciphering that you really need to do. Your work now, friends, is to find some way, somehow, all day long, to get into the receptive mode, which just means, what can I think about that feels good when I think about it? And that's why we're so pleased to have this conversation with you to begin this, because what you were literally saying to us is, I want to feel good in my thoughts, and I can't stand it when I don't, and I don't know what to do. And we say, don't take every thought in the world and try to turn it into a good thought. Just decide that you want to feel good, and let the path of least resistance reveal itself to you. So here's what we want you to hear from all of that. You sort of kind of got that, didn't you? This is a piece you haven't considered, and as you consider it, it's going to take you into a whole new avenue of creating. We've convinced you that when you think, you offer a vibration, and that vibration equals your point of attraction. Now we want you to consider this. You've got a vibration going, and the source within you really has a vibration going within you. So if you're not doing something to mess it up, that vibration that is at the core of you, that vibration that knows your value and knows your worthiness and knows how good you are and knows everything that you want, that vibration, if you're not messing it up, will become a thought. So what we're saying to you is, you're not really even the thinker of your thought. You are the preparer of the vibration to receive the thought. Can you feel the difference? You don't have to figure this all out. You just have to stop stepping on your own toe and making yourself feel uncomfortable so that you're not in the receptive mode, so that you don't receive the thought. We're all in this together. You are an extension of source energy. You are good and you are worthy. And in your human form, you are supposed to be the receiver of all of this momentum of well-being. Not the prover of it, not the prover of worthiness of it. Not one of you said, I'm going to come into my physical body and I'm going to look around the world and I'm going to solve all the problems and I'm going to set people straight. I'm going to fix this broken world. Not one of you said anything like that. You all knew that the world was not broken, that it was a perfect balanced environment for new desires to be discovered and manifested. So that's why we've been calling this gathering the art of allowing, the art of allowing, the art of receiving, the art of being in the vibrational frequency that allows me in my human body right here, right now, to be on the wavelength that makes it most likely that I'm going to receive the steadily evolving manifestation of vibration. Are you getting that? Mm-hmm. I want to be in the receptive mode. Why? Because I like those powerful thoughts that occur to me. What does occurring mean? It means I was in the receptive mode, and therefore I was able to translate a vibration into a thought. That's what Esther's doing here and now. We're offering a steady stream of vibration to her, and in her non-resistant state, she's taking that vibration and translating it into thought and then into word. Now, we don't expect you to get every word, but as you are hearing her, as you are here, you realize that in this short time that we've been together, that because of your willingness to sit and listen, that your vibration has raised to the point that you are in the receptive mode, and that's why what we're saying here is making sense to you. All day, every day, you have legions, cadres, big bunches of source energy, all lined up, aware of the importance of where you stand and what you want, offering clarity about what to do next. And that's what you were writing about. All of that is there for me, and I'm not letting it in, and I don't know what to do. And the answer is just chill out and start new every morning. And if you get into the day and it's not going well, take a nap or go somewhere. Or do anything that you can. Go get your feet rubbed. Go pet your cat. Go find someone to focus on that you feel that's easy for you to feel good about. But don't try to turn it around today. Go to bed and let the momentum subside. And the next morning, start again. And you'll get into the day, and then it'll go south again because you got habits of thought, and it's okay. But go to bed again. Go to bed, 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 go to bed. Get up and feel as good as you can feel, and then go to bed. And get up and feel as good as you can feel, and then go to bed. And get up and feel as good as you can feel, and then go to bed. And get up and feel as good as you can feel, and then go to bed. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed.